Hello, Sag, and welcome to Soul Guidance with Adriana. I am an intuitive life coach and I help you discover your own truth. I have an intuitive message for you today for your week. Let's get started. Union, Two of Cups. Energy of blending, of flow, of mutuality, but also kind of initial attraction, initial spark. This is not an enduring thing, perhaps, but just something that catches your attention and something that really excites you from your core and has potential to grow, but it's at the stage of the beginning. All right, let's look at your beneficial energy, breach. I hate it when they do this. They give me this card and it always confuses me, so I'll have to check in. And Seven of Wands, power. So very interesting. We have a 2 in the middle and 7 on each side. Okay. So this energy of blending and flow in the middle with our 2 of Cups, it's about bringing energies together and combining them in a way that then allows that third energy to grow. This card does this so beautifully. We have the 2 horns from these birds, and then there's a tiny little fern that starts to grow from their union. It's just such a pretty image. Even looking at this is kind of like a DNA helix, so it's almost like 2 people blending their energies to create a child, that fern. It's just a beautiful, beautiful thing to look at. So anyway, we have this blending of energies, and what's going to help you this week is to allow this energy to come in. All right, allow it to actually breach your fortress. Receive it, allow it to come in. The energy of love, wherever it comes from, the energy of mutuality and of blending and of harmony, allowing that to come in. This can be scary because it maybe can be getting in a little deep. We've got 7 layers of the breach happening here. But this combination here is saying just be open to it, allow yourself to flow and allow it to really flow into you. Okay? Now, couldn't be clearer. Fighting it head on, trying to attack it or trying to beat it, not going to work. Okay? So this may be about receiving some positive relationship kind of energy from someone that hadn't been there for you in the past, had been maybe against you in the past, and now you're kind of like, I don't know if I can trust this, I don't know. But fighting it or trying to meet it head on just for the sake of fighting with it, sparring with it, not the right thing to do. So if this were a kind of like a romantic situation, this would be fighting the other person. You know how in grade school or kindergarten or something, if a guy likes a girl, he'll pull her hair. That's this kind of energy, and they fight, right? This is a more mature energy that says, I know that it's safe to let you in. I know that it's safe to accept this energy. I know that together we can build something special. You're not completely absorbing or taking on the other person's energy, but you're accepting what they have to give. And this may be also for you energy coming from, from out here, accepting that it's all right, accepting that it will benefit you, and really trying to form a relationship with that energy. Okay, let's get a little bit more. My guys are saying 3 cards. We've got the World. I'm going to be a Sagittarius this week. 9 of Cups, fulfillment. Maybe I don't. Just kidding. And the Devil. Okay. So things aren't what they seem, Sag, because in the eventuality, we have the fulfillment of the goal that you've been looking for. This is an amazing pair of cards together, because we've got the 9 of Cups, fulfillment, something you've been desiring for so long, and finally it comes to you. And the World, completion, balance, and full integration. Okay, so we have just a good omen, like you get what you want, you get what you were after, you get what you've been long desiring, but it doesn't show up in a way that you can recognize. It really comes in a completely different package. And at first, that package may not look good, or it may look, you might be a little bit revulsed by it, or it might just kind of turn you off. But what these cards are asking you to do is not to get tied up in how it looks, but get tied up and focus on how it feels. Why I'm saying that, we've got these two cranes here and they're tied. We've got these vines around them, and I think they're they're holding feet. They're holding paws. Can't really see it, but that line across the bottom, that's their 2 feet, and they're just shackled together like this. Now, by extension, or by contrast, and you also see they're looking at each other, heads are level. These are not, they're not making eye contact. In fact, they're showing the throat, which is the vulnerable place. They're so trusting and so comfortable with each other that they're willing to show vulnerability. And that means that they are completely engaged in how something feels, not how it looks. It's how something feels. So if this feels okay, forget where it's coming from. Just know that because it feels okay, it's the right thing. One more card, they're saying. Okay, why are you giving us this card, the withdrawal card? When you have a quiet moment and you actually pull back and you can see how it felt, how the interaction felt, or how the energy felt, you will get more clarity about whether it's right or wrong. Again, it's not what it looks like. There's a camouflage element in this. You see the bird is kind of camouflaged into the branch. So again, we can't trust your eyes, because what looks like one thing might actually be another thing. But when you take time to reflect, self-reflect, then you'll get to the truth. You'll see the truth of the situation and understand it's exactly what you've been asking for all along. All right, Sag, thank you so much for sharing your time and energy. It's always lovely to hear from you. And I will look forward to seeing you next week right here.